What is going on, dudes? Welcome back to another installment of the Unclaimed XP podcast. My name is Hunter, sitting here with Rug. Hope we're all doing fantastic today on this whatever day it is, whatever time it is for you. Guys, I hope we're doing well. Rug, how the hell are you doing, man?
Dude, I am having a fantastic morning. Lots of laughs already. I had a banging breakfast. Today is my Sunday, so I'm kind of gearing up for the work week to start tomorrow, but I'm going to try to enjoy this day as best as I can. How are you, man?
Got you. Yeah, we did have a few laughs. So before this, we started to try and record this, but I ended up starting the stream, and there was a lot of derps in the middle of it anyway, and it didn't. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give you guys a little note. Make sure that you that you keep those buttons very separate. Make sure you know what button you're pressing.
True.
Because I sat there for a second and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. So, guys, word of advice. Don't be dumb like me. Anyway, we're going to get on into it today. We got a few things to talk about. And I'm doing great, though, man. I'm doing great. Honestly, this week has been a really good week. I've just been feeling really good, having a great time with just, my work in general. And then working at the grocery store has been pretty light and easy as well this week. So it's not been too bad. Gearing up for the weekend. It's a huge work weekend for me. I'm working throughout the entire weekend, and I'm also doing, creating content as well, trying to. My weekends are the days that I plan and try to shoot my videos for YouTube, so I usually have a full plate on the weekends. And I'm just kind of gearing up for that, really. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft Dungeons and just
buddy.
Yeah, I have been having a great time with that. I'm not sure how everybody else has been feeling about it. I know I've read a lot of just conflicting things about people being kind of upset about how it's played out, how short it is as well. I'm not entirely sure, but I've been having a fantastic time with it. It's been a lot of fun. I love the way it plays. I love the gear. I just really, really like the levels. I just like it all. It's so much fun. Definitely worth the $20 to me, but other than that, I haven't really been playing much else. Just that. Yeah. What about you, Rug? What have you been playing this week, man?
So I haven't been playing a ton of Overwatch. I actually started playing Rainbow Six Siege again just because I was just bored. And I was like, no, let me try something else. And Siege actually is not as toxic as I remember it to be. They took out all chat. You could turn it back on if you want, but you can you start out the game with no all chat. So there's no trash talking. There's no GGs. You can only talk to your team.
Interesting.
And the past 2 days that I've been playing, the teammates have actually been really, really cool. I made some friends out of it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just been a really nice experience. And I mean, they keep changing maps. This is the problem with Siege. You go away for 7 months like I did. You come back, all the maps are different. They've changed a ton of characters. Twitch, you can't play Twitch because the recoil is ridiculous. You have to aim at anyone's toes if you want to hit a headshot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's been rough. But I've also been playing Minecraft Dungeons, and I am also extremely pleased with it. I think the graphics look great. I think the flow of each level is amazing. I haven't beaten it yet. We brought it up one time where I said I was nervous if the game was going to be too short.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously you could beat it in less than a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 hours if you really tried. So, I mean, that's my only, complaint with it is that I wanted a really, really, really long game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's a ton of replay value, like you've mentioned before.
There is, yeah.
So I'm not really worried about it.
There's a lot of replay value, obviously. Once you beat the game, you do unlock more difficulties as well. There's 2 more difficulties that you can unlock. So that's always really cool. And I think that, honestly, I don't know. I think it's really good. For $20, it's really good. If they had tried,
totally worth the money.
I think if they had tried to make a crazy full game and made it $60, like Diablo 3 or something like that, I feel like it would have been even better. But I don't know. I'm hoping that the DLC is really good because they do have DLC planned and all that. So I'm just really hoping that that's really good.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they come out with it sooner rather than later because I'm sure it's done.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's a short game. They've been doing this for a while now.
I think.
And the game it's Minecraft, so it's still at its core, so it's not it's going to be terribly difficult to get things pieced together.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw a release date on it. I think it was it wasn't crazy long. It was August or something
August would be perfect.
Something
you want as many people to buy the game as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that they already have it kind of planned out. But I'm honestly just hoping that it's really good, and I hope that it adds a good amount to the game as well and just increases the replay replayability of it, because that's what I really love that in video games. That's always been a thing for me ever since I was young. Replayability has always been a huge thing for me. When I was really young, I played Mega Man like crazy, and then I replayed it, and then I played it again, and I kept on playing it. Like I've played it recently, so like replayability is a huge thing to me. I just think that's just a key component to a video game. So I always like dungeon crawlers for that, and always like seeing how they install that in their games.
Yeah, no, of course.
Excuse me. Yeah. So I've been really digging on that, but I'm also gonna say I've been getting this itch. I get this itch every year, and it's an itch to play World of Warcraft.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
So Rug, I wanted to ask, buddy, friend, pal, hey, man, you want to play some World of Warcraft?
Oh, no, what? No. Wait.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I do though. Like
he does, but he does not want to get.
I really
he does not want to get like. I'm sure you
I
don't want to get wrapped back up into it, because it is bad. Like it's.
See, I promised Mel I wouldn't, because I went to, dude, that was a dark path. I did not get the chance or the opportunity or the privilege to play WoW growing up as a child. I didn't get to play it till I was a lot older and more consistently. What was it, last year?
Yeah.
I would say, when Classic came out. And every time before that, I mentioned, I kind of want to get into WoW. And everyone was like, do not do it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare do it. You're going to get addicted. I'm like, no, I'm not going to get addicted. I literally did nothing but play WoW. I went to work, came home, played WoW, went to bed, woke up, played a little bit of WoW, went to work, came home, played WoW for like a month and a half. And I was like, this has got to stop. This has to stop sometime.
So I think that's like, when you described your experience with it, I think that's like maybe at least 90% of the people who try it and enjoy video games anyway. Really, that's their experience when they first get it. They're just like, they're like, oh man, this is cool. Oh, this is really cool. Oh God, like, have I been here for 20 hours? Holy shit. Like, it just kind of, it snowballs.
Fun, man.
It's so fun. And I really enjoyed WoW Classic. That was a huge thing to me. And like, I heard retail has been doing good, but I still really just want to play Classic. I don't know. I really like it. And I really enjoy that I don't like all the craziness that's going on in it. It's kind of like Siege, nowadays, like you said, like, they have so many maps that they've changed, and they have so many that they want to change, and then they have like so many new ones as well, and they have so many operators as well. And I've just like, I haven't played in a year, and I feel like I haven't been around for 10 years. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a completely new game right now, man.
It feels like a completely new game since when I played, and that's what's crazy to me. Like, that's awesome. That's really, really cool. But like, man, it's so tough to fall out of it and then go back in. So I kind of felt that way with retail. Like, when because I do this every year. I fall out of it, and then I get back into it in the middle of the year, usually around my birthday, which is in June. So it's usually around then, and I get back into it. So I've been having a crazy itch to get back into it. But
who was I talking to? Someone at work. A lot of the officers at work are all about WoW. And they're like,
really?
oh, dude, oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
WoW everybody, because they're all like, I don't know, in their 30s and 40s. So like, when they were like teenagers, WoW was huge.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, like they all grind it, and they're like, dude, like, we don't see you on WoW anymore. What's going on, man? And I was like, oh, don't bring the WoW word up.
Don't you
But
dare
I
say
didn't
that
have.
word to
I had a
me.
different experience, because like I loved Classic in the beginning, but I got really frustrated because like it just took so long. I had to walk everywhere.
Yeah. See,
literally everywhere.
It was really rough, and I totally get that. I really get that. So I do like some of the features that they have in retail. I do wish they had like in Classic. I just really don't want all of the craziness that comes with it. So when it comes to that stuff, it's always been kind of like a make or break kind of situation. You know what I mean? Like, either you can live with it and play the game and just like have fun with it, or you really need those things and you're okay with all the other craziness that's attached with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's totally cool too. So that's why I do really like that they have both the games. Like, I really like that they have both of them available to play, And
it's so easy to switch.
It is so easy to switch. It's such a fun game. So I've been having that itch. That's not what I've been playing, but it's been on my mind, and I really want to play it, but I really don't want to spend $15 for a month just to not play it for half of it, and then I don't know. So I really
weird
Yeah.
love-hate relationship.
It is. It really is. I don't know. It's gonna take some time, I think, for me to.
We can talk about this. I may do it with you. I vowed not to. I know Mel would yell at us because it's like we were. It was bad, man.
Well,
it was
then
bad.
I mean, like, okay, so from my track record, it's gonna happen because like I've done it once a year for the past 6 years, so it's been a
it's
thing.
just tradition.
It's just tradition at this point, to be honest. So, and like every year it kind of comes up in my mind and I always wrestle with it. Like, oh, should I not? I don't want to spend the money. Oh man, whatever. It's weird. And then there always comes a time where I'm like, man, I need something to play. How's WoW looking?
And then here you are.
Yeah, it's just, and then there I am. And then and then I get back into World of Warcraft and then it becomes, a problem.
Oh God! Now I'm thinking about it. I gotta
fun.
take a minute to breathe.
Yeah, I might look up some World of Warcraft things after this. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's get on into the things that we have to talk about. I'm just really excited about some of these things actually, like because the first thing we have coming up, actually, I'm very excited about GTA 6. There was a lot of speculation on the release and whatnot going on from a financial analyst and whatnot. Notice that the budget spike in the year of 2023 to 2024, I believe it was like in the months of like April or something like that, April to like March or something. It was weird. And
whatever the fiscal year is.
Yeah, it was like something
when
weird.
It starts and ends.
Exactly. Yeah, it was like something weird whenever it starts and ends. And then yeah, what is it, like $89.2 million set aside for it? So they kind of speculated.
It's a huge spike.
Yeah, they kind of speculated that that's when it's going to be on release. I did see a little article that said that they shouldn't be worried about that and that it could be sooner, but they didn't give any kind of confirmation that it would be
of course
sooner.
not.
So yeah, honestly, I really do hope that it doesn't take till 2023 to get Grand Theft Auto 6, but I get it. If it does, I'm not upset with it. I have a ton of other games to play in my backlog anyway, so like I get that. But I'm excited that it's around and we're talking about it because I've wanted this for a long time. Anyway,
I really want it now.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, like I love GTA 5, but we've had it for I don't know how long.
Yeah, that's fair. It's been a long time. Been a long time.
I'm excited
coming.
for this to inevitably happen because we talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago. If that there's just going to be a ton of games coming out for Rockstar. Was it Take-Two? Was the other the smaller company that works with them?
Mm-hmm.
So Rockstar is going to win. I don't see anybody taking them down.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They are doing real well. Yeah, I think it's like Take-Two Entertainment and all that is like the parent company of Rockstar or whatever. So they are doing real freaking well. And I don't know, man. I'm just really excited about Grand Theft Auto 6. I think I've talked about it before. Just like the sheer aspect of Grand Theft Auto 5 and the fact that of it just being like super open world and just I don't know all the things you can do in it and just the fact that they've updated it constantly. They've added all kinds of stuff throughout the years and all free stuff too because that was their thing, and that I think a lot of video games kind of should adapt to that at least. And I think we talked about this before where some games have, like Overwatch, I believe, right, does that where they give out free stuff like every season or something like that.
Yeah, you get like a loot box.
Yeah, it kind of keeps up their relativity, you know what I mean? Instead of having to pay for the DLC where that is, a choice. Where if you get free content, that shit's fucking free content. You know what I mean? Like I would definitely much rather take that. So I love that they've done that, and I love all the updates that they've done. Like, I've had a great time with it. It's definitely drawn me back more than a couple times,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm really excited about it, but I'm just not sure. Like, what are your thoughts on it, man? Like, are you, I know you're excited about Grand Theft Auto 6, but are you more excited about, like, I'm always curious, like, the multiplayer aspect of it, or is it more or less just, like, the messing around and like dicking around kind of thing of it, like even with just like the story mode. I love the story mode of GTA 5, but I always wonder like if you actually got super into the multiplayer or if you ever or was it just kind of a dick around game, like whatever.
It was 100% just like a dick around game. I was never I tried the multiplayer and I just couldn't get into it. I love story games always. A good story can last me a lifetime. So just going through each, individual story with Franklin and Mike, Trevor, like that was just amazing to me. The different locations that you can go to, the different cars, and you can just like ride around, and because they had so many little side missions and stuff that it would just keep you busy. Even if you beat the story, there's still so much you can do.
It was so much. Oh, the stories were so good too. I loved them in GTA 5. So that's got me excited for GTA 6. I hope they make another great story.
So I hope they do. But I've tried the multiplayer when it first came out, and it just wasn't that great at the time of release. Like there just wasn't a whole lot to do. Now I'm sure if I jumped into GTA Online, it would be a completely different story. It'd be something incredible. Like I have GTA 5 on Steam. I tried role playing. Wasn't the biggest fan of it because like I'm not that kind of person. Like I can't really get into the character too well. So I don't know. I feel like I would enjoy like maybe some of the racing or the events that they do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was never a big fan of the multiplayer. The story was good enough for me, man.
Yeah, no, dude, the story was just it was so amazing. I actually like replayed that more than a few times because it was just so good. Like I remember when I first played it through, I was like, oh my, I need to play that again. Like,
oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah,
don't blame you.
Oh, it was so good, and I remember looking up a like all kinds of like what was it? Not like cheats or whatever, but ways to like make money. And I remember finding this like stock market thing that you could do in the story mode from this like one mission. So you like invest a bunch of money in this stock like before you do this mission where you kill this guy, and then that stock like rises like crazy, and then you sell that off and you can make like a stupid amount of money. And it was like, I was like, oh my god, that's really cool. So I did that. I tried to do that like 40 times and it didn't work. Like for a while, like it didn't work as well as I thought it would. And then like I think I was doing something wrong, and I remember like when I realized that you could make like, what was it, like trillions or something like that. I'm like, Jesus. Oh my God. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I wish this was in the multiplayer because at that time I was actually playing the multiplayer a lot. I got really into the multiplayer. I thought it was really cool and I had a great time with it. I didn't have a great time with all of the random douchebags on there.
Yeah, it's always a group of people that ruin the game for everybody else.
Always is. But I did a lot of like the heists on that game, and the heists on there were really cool. So I made some like, I met some like cool people through that, but I haven't stayed in touch with them actually. Regardless, I just think it's a great game, and I'm super excited to see GTA 6. So I'm just happy that we're talking about it. I'm really happy that there's speculation around it. I just want more details on it.
No, for sure, because it's gonna break everything.
Oh, it's gonna break everything. Oh, cannot wait for that.
There's a lot of games, like we'll be talking about it later in the episode, but there's just a ton going on in regards to just releases, conferences, everything. Gaming is like everyone's gearing up. Nobody cares about the coronavirus anymore. We're all like, everyone's full steam ahead. Like we're going to give you guys as much content as possible and more things to look forward to just to get your mind off everything that's been going on in this crazy world.
Yeah.
So,
they've been booming too, man. This past few months, they've had like the best quarter they've ever had, I believe, in the video game industry, just in general.
When
like
Doom and Animal Crossing came out, that was like the start of just like this waterfall of just like everyone's trying their best to give you as much content and as much hope for video games as humanly possible.
100%.
So I'm just really excited, and I'm excited for the PS5 because one, I'm a big Sony fan as well. But the PS5 conference is reportedly coming sometime next week. Don't know how accurate that is because last week we talked about some COD rumors, and I haven't really heard anything back to see what COD's going to release or like what the new game is going to be. But looks like the PS5 conference can come as early as June 3rd. But obviously that's subject to change because with everything going on, no one really knows when things are going to happen. So that's kind of disappointing. But I mean, June 3rd is what? Today's the 29th of May. So it's literally next week. So fingers crossed that they'll come out with something. Unfortunately, because we talk about this almost every episode, the release details of the PS5 or the Series X, this PS5 conference isn't not going to have any major details. So we're still waiting on what the hell we're getting out of the PS5. It will be discussing the PS5 controller, DualSense, because I remember we talked about it before. It kind of looks like if Xbox One and PS5 controllers had children. This is what the new one would look like. it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It looks like a cool, like super futuristic controller, but I don't know. I still got to hold it in my hand. I still got to play with it, see if it actually is as good as we're hoping it's going to be. And we talked about it before, but Epic Games will be there as well, and they're going to show off their Unreal Engine at this event.
Yeah.
Was it last week we talked about it? They showed us some clips and a video of like what the Unreal Engine really looks like.
Yeah,
and it is phenomenal.
Oh man, it looks so good. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also very excited to hear more about this as well, and have see this conference, because I'm a huge Xbox fan, but I've always liked PlayStation. It's what I grew up on, right? So
same.
Yeah, I played PlayStation 1, I played PlayStation 2 like crazy. I never owned a PlayStation 3, and then I never owned a PlayStation 4. I always started once Xbox came out, then I kind of just went on that train. And the 360, I got that, and then the Xbox One, I got that. So honestly, I'm really excited for this, because I just want to see these new consoles. I just want to see them, Series X included. Yeah, just stop teasing. I just want to see them, I'm like, Series X included, I'm just super excited. Super excited. I'm still holding on to my Xbox Elite, so yeah.
Yes, I mean, you can't really hate on the Xbox Elite. But both the PS4 and the Xbox One are all like solid consoles. I know that everyone still has the console wars, which one is better. Mm-hmm. They both kick ass. I've had both. Yeah. I've played both countless hours. I love them both.
They're both fantastic. And then anybody who's out there with this whole PC master race stuff, get over yourself.
I get it, and I'm with you, but like a PC is just better, because
I get it. But it's not a console, all right? Gaming we've already had this. We've had this discussion, and you've agreed. You've told me that a console is not a PC, and a PC is not a console. So why are they even in the race for best console, bro? Come on.
Okay, so we argued to we apparently we ruined some people's nights and feelings when we discussed this. I had a great time discussing this with you as a content aspect. Yeah, apparently people didn't like that we were talking about this. Yeah, you were saying that a PC is a console, though. Are you redacting that statement?
No, you know what?
It's a yes or no question. No. You know what? Fine. I'll have recording. This is what, episode 9. I'm gonna have this one. This is gonna be for me. Anyway, yes, no, I do agree. It's like in its own category.
Yeah. No,
so people should be comparing PC builds, not to consoles.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, you could do so much with a PC. PCs are so powerful and just absolutely insane. I mean, consoles do a good amount for how much you pay for and the kind of technology that's in them. They pack a punch. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see both of them. Like you said, fuck all this console war shit. I like both of them. They're both great, and they both give great options for people.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, I'm just excited to see them, man. So, really excited. Hopefully, it comes as early as June 3rd, but we'll see. And like you said, sometimes these, speculations and whatnot don't really fall through, so.
Yeah, I mean, I have faith that it's going to work out, and we're going to absolutely kill the game with this, because there's just going to be a lot of cool stuff this summer. But they said the PS5 is going to have a really strong lineup. This came from the CEO. He states, quote, we will soon have a strong lineup for the PS5, end quote. So, I mean, the exclusives, no one can argue the exclusives for PlayStation are absolutely incredible.
Honestly,
we're starting with The Last of Us 2. Even though that's not going to be PS5, that's going to be PS4. I'm sure they're going to come out with a PS5 version of it.
Yeah. Now, I also I saw a quick little article when I was looking up some stuff that there is going to be a select few games of PS4 that you can play on the PS5, like a backwards compatible thing.
Good. That's super smart.
That's what I've heard. So I'm not sure if that was a speculation. I didn't really read into the article too much, so I'm not sure exactly where it came from and everything like that. But I just saw that and I thought it was interesting, because they haven't really done that with PS4, right? There's not any kind of backwards compatibility with PS4 or PS3, is there?
Oh, what's it called? It's like PS Now, something like that. It's a subscription-based thing, kind of like Game Pass in a sense. Okay. So you can pay for it and you can play any old PlayStation games. I'm thinking about getting it because I think you have to have PSN for it, because I really love Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper is probably one of my favorite video games ever. Gotcha. And you can only play it if you have that PS Now or whatever it's called. I'm sure I'm missing the word somewhere.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you can play old games you got to pay for.
Gotcha.
Like it's a subscription.
I get you. See, like people really wanted to be able to just put their old disc into the console and just play it, like
Yes.
they, like they wanted.
Like Xbox did.
Yeah, like Xbox did. And then I mean, obviously, like PlayStation 3 did that with a certain models did certain things. PlayStation 3 was really weird. I don't know why, but certain models played certain games. A lot of them, the most common one, played PlayStation 1 games and not PlayStation 2. So it was really weird. But I would love, me as a person would love to just have like a PlayStation console with all of those old games on there, and then I can go buy new games. You know what I mean? Not like all of them, but like like having that subscription would be really nice. So I'm not sure, like I haven't heard of the subscription until now, but now that you've said that, I actually really want a PlayStation because I do really enjoy the exclusives that they do. I think their exclusives are top notch, and I love the classic games that I grew up on. So that's like a huge selling point to me. So I mean, I might honestly be getting a PS5 depending on how it goes.
It's good price, man.
We'll see. I mean,
good price right now.
The ideal situation for me, I would love to get both, but like I don't know. I would love to get an Xbox first, but I would definitely like to own a PlayStation just because of the classic games and the exclusives, like I said.
No, I agree. But hopefully PS5 gets it together. Hopefully they're listening to this podcast, and we can tell you, hey, do, man.
Yeah,
do.
PS5, if you're listening to this podcast, we are telling you to do the do, okay? All right, good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Now,
drum roll.
Drum roll, please. So got a couple other things here to talk about, just a few things to touch on, I think. So the IGN Summer of Games schedule was released, and we talked about this a while back, good while back when it was announced, and I'm very excited about it. So we have if you guys don't already know, we have all these links to all these articles that we're referencing in the description of whatever you're listening to or watching this on, and you can go check out the schedule that they have listed up. And it says that you can watch on anything IGN, basically. So IGN.com, any of their channels on YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, whatever. Says they're going to have it all scheduled on there. And they have a full lineup scheduling on this article here. So it looks like it starts June 4th. That's the pre-show and whatnot, and some other stuff that they're going to be doing. June 5th seems like when they're going to be really doing some of their, starting to announce some of their things that they were talking about. So I'm really excited about this. I'm not entirely sure like if I'm gonna watch a lot of it. I might watch some of it. We'll see how much time I have, but I'm very excited about this. How you feeling about this, Rug?
No, I'm also really excited. The way I'm gonna approach it is I'm not gonna watch the entire thing just because like I work as much as you do. Plus we have streams and things that we have to take care of, the podcast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick and choose. I do the same thing for E3 when it comes around, is I find all the games or all the showcases that I'm really interested in, and then I'll just watch the VODs. Like there's one for June 5th, there's Werewolf, the Apocalypse. It's going to have like a cinematic trailer. I'm going to make sure I get that in. There's going to be a lot of games that are on this list. I mean, it seems like it's more of just like shows. There's a lot of unannounced classics and unannounced games. So I'm not really sure. So I'm sure Twitter, Instagram will tell me all the new games that are coming out.
Yeah. So I mean,
but I'm going to go through everything and just kind of pick and choose what I want to watch.
Yeah, it looks like they have a lot of unannounced games, and some there's ones like unannounced classic revivals. So I don't know. I'm
it's like a remaster.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what they have in store for us, to be honest. And I love that this lineup that they have.
Yeah, I mean, there's Chivalry 2. I mean, I don't know if we played that together. I've played Chivalry and I loved it. I love the medieval weird game.
I don't believe we played together, but I have played it just a little bit. It's a fun game, and I don't mind it. I just never really played it that much. I just played it for like a couple times or whatever, and then it was
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that you can grind unless you want to. For those who do grind Chivalry, good on you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those games, man, that are just kind of like, that's a good one. But for those who are into indies, Humble Bundle is going to do an indie showcase on June 9th, so that'll be kind of cool.
That is going to be really cool.
I know indie has been super strong in the past couple of years. Obviously, if you're not, familiar with indie games, you should really check them out. If you have Xbox Game Pass, there's a whole section of indie games that are all really, really good. There's a lot of good horror games.
So many.
There's a lot of good shooters out there for it. You know.
Lots of wonderful indie games out there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that's gonna be really good. And I think a lot of indie games are gonna be. This is the year for indie games, just because all the big companies aren't really doing a whole. Well, I'm not gonna say they're not doing a whole lot, but because with everything going on, this is the time for indie games to really push their stuff out.
Yeah, I think.
Because people are stuck at home, people are getting bored of playing the same game every single day. Indie, this is your moment.
Yeah, honestly, I
Ow.
mean, are you okay? What happened?
Yeah, something dropped on my foot, but I'm okay.
That's rough. That's a rough life. Anyway, honestly, indie games are where it's at. I think, like, I mean, I love AAA titles and all that stuff. They're really dope, and some of them are really cool. Like we talked about a few of them, obviously, like Assassin's Creed, Valhalla, all that stuff. I'm just like, I love a good indie game. A really good indie game is super nice. Like, I don't know, it's something about just the amount of content, or just like the amount of joy you get out of it. And also, like, for me anyway, also knowing that it wasn't crazy expensive and that I didn't have to pay throughout, like, out the ass to get that. You know what I mean?
No, I completely agree.
Dude,
But I
there's
don't know.
so many good lineups here. I'm just reading a few of them, man. Oh my goodness. Destroy All Humans, gameplay and interview.
Whoa, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that's on the 15th.
That's on the 15th. Yep. Oh my goodness. There's a SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Dude, I'm okay.
I think that's going to be a remaster. I believe that's already a game.
Yeah, that's already a rematch, but that's gonna be a rematch. I'm still, like, I'm telling you, man.
Dude, yeah, there's going to be an interview and then a
incredible.
live
I'm
stream.
gonna have to clear my schedule for June 15th. So much
Right?
SpongeBob
Mafia,
stuff
we
going.
talked about it last episode. They're going to have a debut with that game, Warhammer.
Yep.
I think earlier I saw Project Red somewhere in here.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw it somewhere too. Marvel's
Yes, June 11th.
Marvel's Avenger War Table stream. That sounds really cool.
Okay, interesting.
That's on June 24th. I'm just loving all of this different content and stuff that they're bringing, though, too. Like, this is gonna be June's gonna be an awesome month, dude.
And it's going to be it goes to the 24th and it starts what?
Like technically on the 4th, but the 5th is like the main, like the first part where they're actually unveiling stuff. 4th is just like the pre-show. So
Oh, but yeah, this could be good.
that's gonna be a good month. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really excited for it. So wow, yeah, guys, check out the schedule if you haven't already. A lot of interesting things. Let us know what you're excited about. They're doing so many good things. I am honestly really, like, for me, I'm really excited for that Humble Bundle Indies showcase, because I really am excited for indie games right now anyway. Like, I've been playing a lot of indie games lately, so that's me anyway right now.
Yeah, no, they've always been good. I'm not super into them, but there's always one that comes around that I'm like, yep, this one hits home.
There's also, I just want to point this out real quick. There is a David Hayter, the original voice of Solid Snake, discusses Metal Gear thing happening on June 8th, which is my birthday. So I just wanted to let you know that Fate is a thing.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's really funny because Metal Gear Solid is my favorite game of all time and has been ever since I was, like, I don't know, fucking like 6. I don't know, dude. I played that so long ago. Yeah, that's incredible. Like, Fate. Oh, I love you, Fate. Oh.
Kiss. Love you, Fate.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I did a little chef kiss there. Yeah, I hope it was good. Magnifique. Okay. That
But that's really cool, though.
That is really cool.
The original actor, the voice actor, excuse me.
Yeah, the original voice actor.
And they're going to interview him on your birthday.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I
That's
actually,
so funny, though.
yeah, I might have to watch that. I might have to check that out. Because that's really dope. God, I love that game so much. And that's another reason. That's another reason I want to go into get a PS4 or PS5 or whatever. Because they have a full, like, collection of Metal Gear Solid on there. It's like got all of the Metal Gear Solid games and Metal Gear games on there as well. And it's just, oh my God, it's so great. You can't get I think 2 of them. You can't get 2 of them or something like that on the Xbox. Only on PlayStation, which is kind of annoying.
Wait, so you've played every single Metal Gear except for the 2 that are on PlayStation exclusive?
I've played every single Metal Gear ever. Yeah, because I've owned PlayStations before.
Oh, so they're not PS4 exclusives; they're just PlayStation exclusives. So you've gotten a chance to play them.
There is one that's PS4 exclusive, and that's Metal Gear Solid 4. But I did borrow my sister-in-law's PlayStation to play that game specifically because I had to.
You just had to.
I literally had, like, I had to. I think we traded consoles for like a week or 2 or something like that. Like I traded my Xbox 360 with her for the PS3. They just used it for Netflix anyway, so it was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, cool. So
thank you.
Also, yeah. So, dude, I loved that one too. It was basically a movie, but man, I love the Metal Gear Solid series, and that's really exciting to me to see that. So I might have to check that out on June 8th on my birthday. So if
Hell
you guys,
yeah,
you
dude.
know, if you guys want to get me like a gift, you know, send it my way. Anyway, you know, birthday plug aside,
Yeah, right.
that's really the main events that we have for you. We have a another little thing to talk about here, but that's really the main events for you. So guys, check out that main schedule, like that big schedule. They have a huge lineup. Oh my God. Like it takes me
It's going
like,
on for a while.
yeah, it takes me like 5 scrolls to get through it all. Seriously. So anyway, go check out that lineup and let us know what you guys are excited for. So going on to this next one, I know Rug is a big fan of this game.
Of course.
Yes, but there's a Fallout gaming chair that was actually just released, and it looks really cool. It basically just has like the Fallout colors, like, you know, light blue. It's got like that yellow on there, and it's got the Vault Boy doing thumbs up, and then on the back it has some other cool design on there. It just looks really dope. It looks super dope, and I'm not like even the biggest Fallout fan, but it's definitely catching my eye.
If it wasn't $500, I would buy this today.
No, that's fair. $500 is a good amount. Is a good amount for a chair.
I mean, just realized the back of the chair is the Vault Boy sitting in a chair.
Oh, is that what? Oh, it is.
Yeah, he's sitting inside of a chair.
Oh, that's great. It says prepare for the future.
Subject.
Is that what it says? Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So yeah, I think it's really cool. But there's actually Bethesda is actually teamed up with Noble Chairs, who released this. They're actually teamed up with them to actually create a whole range of video game and themed chairs. So I'm actually really excited. I think Doom was teased a little bit, so super excited to see that. I'm just super excited to see all the games that they do, because I like gaming chair. You know, the word gaming chair is so overused, but I like chairs. You know, I think a good solid like chair is, you know, obviously what makes or breaks people, like, you know, people's, you know, like,
sure,
yeah, life in this industry anyway, because we're sitting a lot. You know, I actually myself have a sit stand desk, and I got that recently, and I think a lot of people should invest in that if they sit a lot. It's a huge thing. But I think having a good chair and a nice chair is really just super important. I'm gonna tell you, I've had this chair that I'm sitting in right now for I think like over a decade, and it's still super comfortable, and it's really, really wonderful. I've tried other chairs before too, like, you know, recently, and it's still like I'm good, still okay with this one. So I'm actually looking into another company. What was it? Secret Labs, I think. I don't know if you've heard of them. Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard they make great chairs, so I wanted to look into them a little bit.
Yeah, there's always a big argument when it comes to chairs, and I think Secret Labs is probably, like, from what everyone's been saying, those are probably the best quality chairs. You're gonna spend a lot of money.
Yeah, it seems like they have the most positive like reviews, like from everybody that I talk to who has seen them or tried them or anything like that. They like them. They think it's really good. They're comfortable and they're really nice. And I've like every other company that I've talked about or like looked into or whatever has always had like, you know, mixed reviews. Some people being like, it's overpriced, bullshit, whatever, all that stuff. But I never really get that with Secret Labs. And, you know, people don't really say it's like overpriced. And I'm okay with spending a little bit of money on a chair because it's going to last a while. Like, I'm okay with that. It's just like some chairs are very, very expensive and like for no reason. So
yeah, I don't know.
As long as it's
can
built
never go wrong with a lazy boy.
Yeah, exactly. Can never go wrong with a lazy boy. You know what I'm saying? That is very true. Very true. I actually used to game in a lazy boy. That's very true.
I'm thinking about getting one.
Dude, they're comfortable.
They are, and they're not that expensive, because my biggest thing is when I bought my Technic Sport chair, the hydraulics in the chair didn't work, so I was at the bottom setting. Luckily, I'm tall, but it was so uncomfortable to play PC games on.
Yeah, screw that.
So I have a crappy office chair that my roommate gave me, and at least I can actually sit upright.
Yeah, nah, I get that, man. You might have to, I don't know, you might have to save up and invest in this Fallout one.
Yeah, I want to see the Doom one too, because I love Fallout and I'm a huge Doom fan. Anything Bethesda, I'm really like all about.
They do a great job, man. Bethesda games are really good.
I don't care what anybody says about like, oh, they're glitchy, buggy. I don't care, man. You're still playing Fallout 4.
Yeah, you're still playing
Skyrim.
Yeah, you're still playing their games, dude. You still like them.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear it.
So yeah, suck it. Anyway, that's pretty much our lineup for today. That Fallout gaming chair looks really good. So guys, go check it out. It honestly looks really cool, and I'm super excited to see all of the other ones that they come out with. All of the other ones.
No, I agree. It's maybe a Skyrim one.
Dude, like I said, like we were talking about, like it definitely could do a Skyrim one. I would.
That
love
should have
a
been the
Skyrim
first one you teased.
You know, maybe
I don't care if they beat
been.
that thing like to death. Just keep giving me Skyrim content.
For real, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of nerds who are liking the things that are coming out of here, I think. So I'm very excited.
Oh, 100%, man.
I'm one of them, so I'm very excited.
Of course.
of course. But yeah, no, I think that's it. I think that's what we got for today. And
yeah, no, it wraps it up with our content portion of it. So we have
Yeah.
some cool little tips and tricks and content and thoughts.
Yeah, we have our kind of thought of the week and whatnot. So like, yeah, we didn't really touch on the thought of the week. I kind of enjoy doing it down here with the with the
towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end with the next week thought. So I'm kind of enjoying this little flow that we have going with it. So we'll talk about the last week's thought of the day, or thought of the week anyway. We'll talk about that, which was the streaming advice that we'd give ourselves, back in the past, like, things that we'd tell ourselves to get started, with our knowledge that we have now. So, Rug, why don't you take the lead on this one?
So if I could go back in time over 3 years ago and sit down with old Anthony, be like, hey man, like you're getting into streaming. This is really great. This is what you need to stop doing. First off, one, like forget numbers. Just turn off your stream. Don't even look at the view count. Just play what you want. Don't play the popular games. That would be probably the biggest thing, is just kind of like, just enjoy streaming for what it really is at its core. It's just playing games, having fun, and being entertaining. Like, I'm definitely a victim of getting wrapped up in the numbers, and it has definitely screwed me big time doing so. So I would try to just remind my old self, like, man, you know what? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Another thing I would tell them is not to listen to other people's opinions, because it is your content at the end of the day. And if you want to stream the most random game in the world, then go ahead. Like, if you want to make this your career and you want to play random games, do that. But if you do it, make sure you're the best at it. You have to work hard and be patient and just have fun and like meet new people. Use this platform, whatever platform you decide to stream on. Use just everything you've learned growing up, and just make friends. Networking is super huge when it comes to content creation. No one can argue that it's needed, but don't look at them as just business partners. Look at them as your friends. Like, you're going to be with these people, and people are going to burn you and use you, and that's okay. But you're going to find that no matter what job you have or where you go. So just like find good, like-minded people and just have a good time. That's why you started streaming. You're here to have fun. So if I could go back, that's exactly what I would tell my old self.
All right. I like that. I like that a lot, man. No. Yeah, I think not viewing the numbers or not looking at the numbers too much and delving into that kind of stuff is very important, especially for a new person, because like every new person gets caught up with that. Like they really do. I did. Everybody did. I feel like, it's just a way of nature,
Yeah.
But no,
What about you?
Honestly, yeah, that's some really good stuff. I feel like I would so if I could sit down with myself in the past, first off, I would punch myself in the face just to do it and see if I would feel it, because that would be kind of cool. Anyway, if I could sit down with myself in the past, I would tell myself to actually try and do more than just streaming. I wish I would have gotten more into like the YouTube side and the podcast side way back when I started streaming and everything like that, instead of now. I wish I would have started a long time ago with all of the other things, because when I realized that I wanted to do this for like a living, like content creation in general, I realized that I couldn't really just do streaming. I had to do other things to help supplement that, and as well as, just to create content and hone my craft. So I think I would tell myself to start YouTube, be consistent with it, and actually give it a go. Don't be like, here and there with it. I didn't, my actual 3 years of content creation or just streaming or whatever, I didn't really start making videos until like recently. I gave it a shot a little while ago with like Minecraft stuff. Didn't really care for it. gave up, and then now I'm actually doing it a bit more consistently. Whereas I didn't do it at all until then. So I didn't do it for like 2 whole years. I could have used that spare time that I had then when I was not streaming and not doing other stuff to, you know, like build up my channel or whatever. You know, when I was not doing anything streaming related, I could have done YouTube stuff and would have had a bit more built up. So I kind of wish I would have, you know, I want to tell myself to, you know, do more, you know, don't be scared, because I was always scared to get into the other stuff. You know, I was always comfortable with streaming, and that's where I was, you know, but I would have just told myself to get out there and do more, make more YouTube stuff, and just, you know, try and make more stuff, make more content.
I like to not redact my previous statement, but add that to mine as well.
No, yeah,
because
I feel that.
YouTube is just super intimidating.
Yeah.
So intimidating.
I think it's really important, to be honest. Like, it's so intimidating.
Oh, for sure.
And everybody always says that. You know, I've listened to and researched a lot of like people who have gotten into this kind of industry and people who are, you know, really successful at it, and they have all started the same way. They were all super scared to start, you know, but once they started, it just, because everything new is scary, but once you do it once, then it's not scary. You know, then it becomes, you know, just like another thing that you do. So honestly, I would have just told myself to just start. Just freaking start, man, you know?
No, I agree, man. Yeah, I agree.
I wasted so much time with that, you know? So
no, I think those are really good points, man.
So yeah, if you guys are like contemplating that, I would say just start doing whatever you're thinking about doing. You're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, do it. If you're thinking about starting a blog, do it. If you're thinking about doing whatever, just start it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard to grow and be successful as a streamer if you're not doing other things on top of it.
It really is.
Like nowadays, like when it first started, yeah, I can see you know, people getting into streaming, growing very big, you know, to large size streamers, and then diving into other content. But now with
yep, I died on you for a second.
Oh, welcome back.
My internet cut out.
Well, welcome back, man. And good. I lost you and I missed you.
Yep. Oh, I missed you too, man. Oh boy, I didn't hear what you said.
So I said like nowadays with streaming. Back then, if you were a streamer and you got relatively big, then you can start to dive into the other content and it'll just kind of like work together hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, with so many people on all the platforms like Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Facebook, that you can't just. You have to start somewhere else. You have to bring people to your streams through other avenues, because there's just so many things going on that you have to put as much content out as you can on so many different places.
Exactly. It's so oversaturated too. Like, you know, it's so oversaturated on streaming platforms. And like even so, there's not everybody on a streaming platform is on another platform. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people who are on certain platforms, like people who watch YouTube who have never watched a stream a day in their life. So you never know who you're going to catch if you make a YouTube video, or if you do a Twitter post, or if you do an Instagram post. You never know who you're going to catch. You know what I mean? So you can always find somebody new, or, you know, find another audience to like, or more people to join your community, and just, you know, find more friends, network, as he was talking about. You know, it's a very important thing, I think, and just making friends and just meeting people in the industry that you work in, you know?
Oh, for sure, man.
100%. So I think those are some good solid tips for just, you know, people trying to get into it or thinking about getting into it. Just start, and honestly, don't try and delve into the stats or like the numbers too much, or just anything like that. Just freaking go for it, you know?
You have to. You gotta full send it every time.
Full send every time.
But we have a new content thought of the week that we're going to kind of give you guys to think about. Like when we do these for ourselves and we say like, what would we tell our old selves about streaming? You should also look at it through your own eyes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like what would you tell your
with your own
past self?
Yeah, with your own situation, whatnot. If you're already into the industry and whatnot, what would you tell your past self? And maybe you can pass that on to somebody else. If you're thinking about starting, then hopefully that kind of helped you to like maybe pick a way to like start, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. But we do have a new thought of the week, and I want you guys to think about it as much as we are going to. What kind of gear would you start out with if you know what you know at this very moment on May 29th, 2020, and you were going to go back to your original first stream day? What kind of equipment would you want to use? Obviously, we've had some pretty janky setups. I'm sure we all have had the worst setups at one point or another. What gear would you use knowing the information you do now. So I would definitely recommend people thinking about that.
Yeah.
Because this one's actually gonna be kind of hard for me because I have all of these nice little toys and tricks. It's like, are they 100% needed though? So I'm really gonna try to like see if I can minimize the amount of stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited to just to, I mean, I also just want people to think about like if maybe they started with too much, because I think a lot of people just get caught up on that. I need a great whatever to start this, I feel like people get caught up on that too much. And then once they actually start whatever they wanted to start, they realize they didn't need this big fancy whatever, So I think I'm just super excited to see that. I'm super excited to, see that, and I'm really excited to talk about this.
No, for sure, man.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping everybody kind of really dives deep because I mean, it's so easy just to spend a ton of money, but you have to try to think of it as like, what is the bare minimum you need to start?
Yeah, or like what you would be. Yeah, what's the best thing that you would want to start with? Now that you know what you can use or what you need to use for your content.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah. Anyway,
take that, guys. Internalize it, swallow it, get whole.
Yeah, do that. Oh my God, all of those things he just said.
All right, Panda, sign us off, my friend.
All right, guys, I really appreciate you all hanging out. Everybody has been an incredible podcast today. I had a good time. I had a real good time. We had some fun times, had some laughs. We talked about all kinds of good games. All the good stuff's happened today. So guys, if you don't already, make sure you follow us on Twitter, UnclaimedXP. Make sure you're checking out all the other stuffs, do the things, the favorite on the Spotify, subscribe on the YouTubes, all the good stuffs. If you guys want to check out our personal or our own things too, we are on our own channels and what you guys can check all that out in the description. All of these links are in the description as well for these articles. Again, guys, really appreciate you just listening. We've had such a great time with this. I can't believe we're on episode 9 already. It feels like it's blown by, to be honest, man. So I'm just having a great time. And with that said, honestly, anything else you want to add, Rug?
No, you've pretty much covered it all. This
has
just been something really awesome, and I'm hoping that we continue to grow and learn. And by like episode, let's say 50, things are completely different. I'm just really excited for the future here, and I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are sharing it, on social media just to get the word out there, because this is something that I really like to do more of and continue to grow with and make this a huge production. But just thank you guys for all the support, and I'm looking forward to episode 10 next week.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the future as well. It's gonna be incredible. So, yeah. With all that said, guys, until next time, stay awesome.
Later.